Welcome to Bustin' Brackets with your host and co-host. I'm Jax Wild. This is James the Greek. What's up, man?
Man, I'm no lights. Somebody shot my lights out. Just like Arkansas did Vanderbilt today. They shot the lights out.
They
It's been
turned
here
the
in
lights
Tennessee.
off on him, man. Hey, so yeah, right there in Tennessee right now, they're having a little storm, so he won't always be in the dark like
No, no, no,
Tennessee was left in the dark.
no
Uh,
defense. No defense there. Lights got shot out. Just like Vanderbilt. Lights out.
All right, so what we're gonna do, we want to be your talking heads for the March Madness as it unfolds. What a great conference finals. Big Michigan, we had a great season and we just couldn't seem to finish it in the hole. What did you say about the Michigan game?
Well, I told you it's overrated all year, and they just proved they was overrated, and they got beat by a team like Purdue. Purdue, first of all, shouldn't even been in the finals. They get to the finals and they beat Michigan. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, Purdue, we beat them down throughout the season, and then they went through a pretty big slump, and then they began to galvanize together. And now their point guard is set to break some records as far as assists.
Yeah,
He one more assist to tie, and
mhm.
then one more to beat the record. And I forgot who's the famous guy he's gonna knock out of there.
Yeah, somebody probably in the 60s, but he's got a great shot. He's got a good jump shot.
He's got a good shot, and he passes the ball, and he gets everybody involved, which is why I will always say that the NCAA is way better than the NBA.
Uh,
Because they actually play ball, man.
I mean, they only play ball. I mean, and you always got the uncertainty of what's going to happen, like with this tournament is about to kick off. Actually, kicking off tomorrow with the first four in. So, yeah, it should be a very exciting week for the March Madness.
When we talk about the first four in, as we look over the bracket, I'm gonna pop it up here. As we look over the bracket, what stands out to you in the East?
In the East, well, to me, the East, I'm trying to figure out why Louisville, well, I'm sorry, why St. John's got a fifth seed to me. To me, St. John's should be a top three seed. So I think they kind of got screwed a little bit, honestly.
St. John did.
Yes, I mean they just won their conference. I mean
Yeah.
they got a great team, great squad, a Hall of Fame coach, and
Oh
Coach
yeah.
Rick Pitino. So how in the heck do you get a freaking fifth seed? It's ridiculous. Kansas has been getting beat on all year, and they got a fourth seed. They're above St. John's.
Yeah. I I mean, they added a couple criteria this year. Teams you beat above the bubble. Player they even add player availability. So I don't know that they looked at their roster and see who's injured and dropped them down. Cause I know North Carolina, we haven't got there yet, but North Carolina took a hit because of Caleb Wilson not being available. And that's just one of the criteria they bring into the game, which, some hate it, some love it. That's just, one of the things they decided to vote on. Um,
One thing you can look at though is the UConn Furman matchup. It's the 2 and 15 on the East. Not that I'm saying UConn's going to lose the Furman, but I think it might be a little tougher than most people think because of the time they're playing. They're playing at 9 o'clock at night. Most of
oh,
UConn games are extremely early. They don't even play a lot of night games, so they could
yeah.
mess with their stocky a little bit playing it late at night and playing a team that's unknown like Furman. Just saying.
I,
I'm not saying they're going to win. Vegas got UConn winning by 20 and a half, so they're probably not going to win. I'm just saying could be a little bit tighter than the 20 and a half.
just because of the time difference and when they normally play their games. You know what, James the Greek, that is a great point. Because when you think about it, me and you talked the other day. At the end of the day, these are still kids for the most part. I mean, yeah, they're 18, 19 years old, but a lot of things can affect them in because they're not sleeping in their own bed, they're not in their hometown, and then now you got them playing late at night. So yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, some kids still got bedtimes at 8, so now you playing at 9. So I mean, think about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
crazy there. You see?
yeah. All right. So what about the Ohio State TCU matchup? What do you see there?
This game, to me, they both kind of suck. So it's gonna be like a football score. You know, TCU got a pretty decent football team. You know, Ohio State is really good in the playoffs last year and football. So there'll probably be a 42-40 game. So, you know, it's a coin toss. I'll probably go with you know what? I'll probably go Ohio State. They played Michigan pretty close here a couple of days ago. So
Yeah,
I like the momentum they got right now in that game.
yeah. If you was to pick a dog that to come out and to maybe play Duke at the end, uh if you was to pick a dog, who would you pick to come up?
In this bracket, I like St. John's to get to Duke. I like St.
Okay.
John's. I would like to pick Kansas, but we never know if the projected first pick overall Patterson is going to care about playing. You know
And and see, and we just talked about that. That's a wild card that could really turn the tide of this whole tournament if he decides to play. You know, for me, I'm gonna I'm gonna take Michigan State to meet Duke.
They're horrible.
It,
They're horrible.
they are bad, but they're streaky and they fight. I even though he could be considered dirty, but the guy Fierce Jr., man, he's a great athletic talent. He just got to control his emotions. If he could do that, I think they could go a long way.
Yeah, the problem with Michigan State, though, is looking at this bracket now, they could get beat by Louisville, and they most definitely get beat by UConn. So they won't survive long enough to get to do. They'll get
Okay.
beat pretty fast. They won't. They'll be a flesh in the pan. Trust me. It was they're horrible.
Well, I mean, you didn't say they will win, but
They're not going to beat.
UConn, they got to get past Furman, a
No, no,
team they haven't seen before.
no. They're going to be Furman. I'm
Oh,
just
they're just gonna
saying.
be close.
I'm just saying it might be closer to 20 and a half. There's no way they get
Oh,
beat by
okay.
Furman. Yeah, they will get beat by Furman. UCLA is another team that sucks. They got beat down a couple of days ago, so they have no chance of beating these folks. So yeah, UConn and like I said, Michigan State might get beat by Louisville. Honestly, and Louisville's got a guard Brown who's a projected lottery pick. So when you get guys like that, sometimes the game is close. Those people can take over. Just like today with Arkansas, Acuff took over. He took the game
Yeah,
over, and sent variable to the ocean this time. They got anchored down today with an anchor. You're saying about
they
Acuff.
did get anchored down.
There you
So
go.
if I know you're not a huge betting man, even though your name is James the Greek, who are you picking coming out of the East? All
Uh,
overall.
Duke. You know, you
Okay.
got. They call this chalk. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's favorite, and you run with them. I mean, come on, Duke's probably one of the better teams in the whole entire college format right now. So you got to ride with Duke. They got the Player of the Year, Boozer, got a pretty decent coach, and they got 5 stars. All the starting five. You got to go with Duke.
All right, coming out, I'm also taking Duke to come out of the East. Uh, what do you see in the West? If we're switching gears, we're gonna go to the West. Now, I remember me and you talk all the time, and we talked about Charles Barkley's thoughts on this whole tournament, saying it's the Arizona Invitational. Do we still feel that way?
No, that's straight cap. You know what I'm saying? Straight cap. I mean, Arizona is a disappointment. Even though they did win the conference, every game was a roller coaster. Except this last game, you didn't know they was going to win, that's going to show up, or just lay down. I was not feeling Arizona to come out of the West. No way.
All right, so then we got to pick our. Let's pick our dog for the West.
Uh, I like two teams. I got two dogs in here. It's pretty rough.
Okay, okay,
Now we talked last night about the Rainbow Warriors, right?
yes,
So the Rainbow Warriors are playing Arkansas. I mean, you know, I ran Arkansas today. I said they're gonna beat Vanderbilt. They did that. They did their thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I mean, They're going to beat up on the Rainbow Warriors. Arkansas is a good team. I can see Arkansas actually coming out of the West.
Mm-hmm.
I also like my guy AJ DeBantis. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Oh,
guy that I've been telling you about. He don't really have a lot of help, but he's a projected first or second overall pick in the NBA draft next year, and this guy can take over a couple of games by himself. And really, the path to get to the Sweet 16 is not that hard. He's going to win the first matchup. It's going to be 11 seed. Then he's got Gonzaga. He's already played Gonzaga twice this year, so there's familiarity there. And then to me, Purdue. I mean, they beat Michigan, but Michigan was already. You know what I mean? So
well, what was his record against Gonzaga? Because I
I
don't think he had a good record against
I
Gonzaga.
think I'm not quite sure. I have to go back and look at that. I think they might have split. I
They
think
might have split.
they might have split. You have to double check that one. Right? But Gonzaga has no projected NBA players on the team, so talent alone can get you 1 or 2 wins in this tournament.
But we know Gonzaga is not going. They don't produce NBA talent
Yeah,
like that.
they got one right now who plays for OKC's All Star. Chet. They gotta
One
know
out
it.
of how long?
He's only been in NBA for 2 or 3 years. Then
I
you
know,
got
and they haven't produced since then.
yeah, they gotta know and Jalen Suggs. He's a starting shooting guard, Orlando Magics. They produced quite a few. They got another guy, Timmons, whatever name. He plays for I think it's now the Trailblazers. They come out NBA players, yes, you saying. But Chet is he's the best one that came out in some time since the John Stockton, of course, you saying. But yes, they put out NBA talent.
All right, their matches. Just checking it out here. They have played. Uh,
Twice,
I think they played twice.
same conference.
2020. They play. They're actually a rival, which I didn't realize.
Yes.
Um, I get all these ads when you try to just look up something. Goodness gracious! All right, BYU played them twice. The first game they lost by 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 81-83.
Got you.
And then the next game, I'm trying to find it here. Let's go to schedule. I think they lost by. I think it was closer to second game. Let me just type it in real quick.
Yeah, I mean,
BYU.
it's an either way, a 2 point game that could go either way. You know what I'm saying? So that it's not like they're playing as a team that's more superior than they are. You know what I mean? And you got the best player on the court, so I'm gonna ride with the best player on the court in close games.
Okay, so on BYU, they played them. It's not really showing me here. There's no fast way to see this, which is
Yeah,
crazy. But okay, so I see what you're saying. They're not.
they're
It's
not
not gonna
superior
move the
team.
needle.
No,
Okay.
I mean a 2 point game, a stop here, a stop there. You win the game.
Now, I mean, it's great you bring him up. Uh, he don't have much help,
No,
and in the NCAA tournament, there's very seldom that one guy can take the whole thing. So I see them maybe getting past of the 11 seed because they're going to have to scrap it out. They're in a battle between NC State, which is local to me, and Texas, which is a could be a dark horse.
no, they're not a dark horse.
They could be,
Whoever gets in will be gone this weekend, so it'll be a short trip. Don't pack
okay,
lightly. Pack lightly.
so short trip for them. Okay.
Yeah.
So then let's see who else we got. So you got BYU maybe possibly at least making Sweet 16, but do they come out of the West?
Uh, I like Arkansas too much of the West.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Arkansas will probably knock off
Wisconsin.
Arizona
Yeah, they're not
during
gonna.
the Sweet 16 to
Yes.
make to Elite Eight against uh
Whoever comes out.
BYU or Miami. You forgot about Miami's over there.
Miami not gonna get out of the first round. Missouri
Oh
gonna
no,
beat Miami.
Purdue's over there too.
Yeah, Purdue's overrated, and Missouri and Miami's not gonna get out of the first round.
So you got okay. So Miami's gonna lose to Missouri. So that's a bracket buster right there. You heard it
Yes.
here, folks. The Greek just said your first bracket buster is Missouri over Miami.
Yes,
That
sir.
is a hot take, sir.
Not really. I mean, it's a 7-10 matchup. I mean, Vegas got Miami by 2 points. So it's basically a toss-up game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So sometimes people get caught up into what a team is ranked and not really look at what Vegas thinks. Vegas be pretty accurate sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've seen Missouri and Miami play. Miami can't really score that good. Missouri, they got a heater. That's that dang right. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And nobody's talking about the first ever qualifier Queens playing
No,
Purdue.
they suck because I seen them play Lipscomb this year, and Lipscomb beat their brains out a couple times. So no, you know what I'm saying? This is not even watchable. I'm not even gonna watch that game. You know what I'm saying? I'm already penciling them in as a winner at Purdue. This is ridiculous.
Uh,
You know what
so
I'm saying?
they've already moved on in your bracket.
Yes, I
So we
mean
got
personally,
so we got Purdue moved on. So your second round is going to be
Missouri, Purdue.
Missouri versus Purdue.
Yes.
All right.
Uh,
So we gotta lock that in. I got to see that. We you're
yeah,
gonna have
Missouri,
you're gonna
Purdue.
have to answer the mail on that the Greek
Yeah.
because that is a very very hot take. All right. So overall, out of the East, we had Duke. Overall, out of the West, who do we got? Are we saying
I,
Arkansas's
I
the
got
whole
Ar-
thing?
I got Arkansas.
Arkansas coming out of the West. All right, moving down to the South, where you got Florida is the number one seed. Um, who do we like here? Do we first of all, if we being honest, I feel like Florida they, they got bounced early out of their SEC tournament.
Yeah, I mean they still
So
won the
remember
third.
we was talking about because they solidified well, they gave a projected number one seeds by Duke, Arizona, Florida, and Michigan. That was a projected, right?
Yeah,
Off the
yeah.
rip before they even went in the conference. And so my question to you at that point was if you don't make a nice run, do you continue to keep your number one seed? And I'm guessing you keep it.
Yes and no. I mean, the thing with Florida is they had a good resume, and then the team that beat them also went to the finals in the SEC. So they didn't get beat by like a slug dog. You know what I'm saying? They got beat by a team that was a top 25 team, and this team went to the SEC finals, which is Vanderbilt, who's the fifth seed in the tournament right now. So I mean, who would you move up above them? It's a two seed. You know what I'm saying? I look at two seeds now. Houston got beat in their tournament. Iowa State got beat in their tournament. Purdue did not get beat in their tournament, but UConn got beat in their tournament. So pretty much all the twos got beat on. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
if
which
if
team? Yeah.
if everything being fair, if you got Florida who did not even what they made it to what the second round of their
Well,
conference
they had a double bye, so basically they're around
and then they got beat on out
because they
the
won.
out the gate.
They won. No, they won one game. They beat Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they got beat on by Vanderbilt.
Okay.
So that was one game from reaching the finals. So yeah, semifinals.
So you don't think they deserve to be penalized when your other top teams at least made it to the finals, if not won it?
Yeah, but then you look at the conference. You know, Houston plays in a pretty slow dog conference. Iowa State, I mean, that conference ain't nothing to write home about. So all these two teams below them resume was weaker than Florida. So I think Florida should have stayed in that spot.
Okay, so Florida earns that. All right. So who's our dog out of the South?
I like the team that beat Florida, Vanderbilt.
So you like Vanderbilt as our dog out of the South?
Well, I like them as a dog, but I still gonna take chalk and say Florida comes out of the South. But I think that Vanderbilt's gonna make it tough on Florida to get out of the South. The rest of these teams, North Carolina, they're bums. Illinois,
Now
El-
North Carolina is injured, bro. We can't
okay,
say they're
so
bums.
so so the ones that are playing now are bums. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, they beat up on Duke. So how
Okay.
they gonna be bums?
I mean, every dog has his day. They had theirs. It won't be another day. Not this year. You know what I'm saying? I do like Illinois. They got a lot of firepower. And of course, you got like Houston too. Houston makes it tough for everybody, but I don't think they got the size to contend with Florida. So that's why I like Florida and Vanderbilt to come out of this region because Vanderbilt just beat Florida, so obviously they can beat them. But if you're asking me today who's coming out of the South, I gotta go with Florida.
So Florida's coming out of South,
The
and your
defending champ.
dog for
Yep,
Florida is Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Yes.
All right. So we got Duke coming out of the East. Who was the dog of Duke of the East?
St. John's.
St. John's. Okay. And then we got out of the West. We got you got Arkansas coming out,
Yes.
and then your dog is
BYU.
BYU. Okay. All right.
But
Lastly,
if you guys don't know what BYU stands for, it's Birmingham Young University, the home of Steve Young. There you go. Oh! If you're a basketball fan, the home of Danny Ainge. You know what I'm saying the great Phoenix Suns, the great Celtics.
oh, and the to double back since we're double back, if he gets if that guy his name is
AJ DeBuntis.
no Braden Smith from Purdue, if
Uh
he
huh.
gets two more assists, he will be Bobby Hurley assist record.
Okay, Bobby Hurley's a great college player, but never did it in the NBA. So I don't know. Yeah, he's a great college player. Great.
But he created but see he created that during the in the 90s. So the 90 to 93 player for the University of Duke
Yeah.
is where he set that
Yeah.
record.
Yep.
All right. So finally we go down to the Midwest. The Midwest where you got Michigan is the number 1 seed. Uh let's pick our dog first. Who's our dog coming out of the Midwest?
Oh man, it's a lot of good dogs in this one, man. A lot of good dogs. I love
And if
Tennessee.
you say Tennessee,
I just said
we
Tennessee.
need you to get drug tested.
I did get tested before I came on, but that was good. So I like Tennessee. I like Kentucky. Kentucky's good. I
Kentucky is
love
a good one.
Alabama. I mean, dude, this is loaded with dogs. You know what I'm saying? Texas Tech is another team I don't really like, but they was ranked in the top 10 most of the year. And then I don't know if you know a lot about Georgia. Georgia has an NBA style offense. They're gonna give you 85 on the board. You know what I'm saying? So I
Oh,
think
really?
yes. So a lot of times people get caught up with these number ones, like Michigan's the number one, but they're like the bottom of the number ones. So they put them in the worst bracket of all the number ones. You know what I'm saying? You see the toughest bracket?
Ah,
Yes, the toughest bracket. I mean, look at Florida's bracket. If they're going to win their first game, they're going to play the Clemson out. Okay, wow, did we do? You know what I'm saying? Then you go here to
and
Michigan. They're probably going to play Georgia next round. They're going to put up 80 points to beat Georgia. This
but
is this is
Florida has the if they go out like you're saying they are, they're gonna have to face Vanderbilt again.
yes, but Michigan possibly could play Georgia. Then they could come down and play Alabama. They could come down and play But Iowa State or Kentucky or Tennessee. I mean, man, this is a great lineup. you
Now
know, and,
Tennessee has to get past your dog of Miami, Ohio. So what do you say to them?
well, first of all, man, Ohio is not even favored to win the game. They're probably not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? SMU is 8-point favorites in this game. You know what I'm saying? So that tells
Oh,
me that they,
really?
yes, I'm looking at it right now. So
Okay.
so Miami, Ohio is a 7.5 dog. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably not going to UC Tennessee, according to Vegas. They got
Mm.
SMU coming in from the ACC. Tennessee will handle them. They'll be a little bit of light work. And then Tennessee will probably play Virginia in the next round. And I'm not really impressed with Virginia either. I'm saying they're not that great. You know what I'm saying? So Tennessee might be okay. You know, they can do a little run there.
Virginia really held the line the other day, though. You must admit,
You talking
they
about against
really
Duke?
held the line down during their conference conference
Yeah,
play.
yeah, but Duke was wounded. They was down 2 or 3 starters. So it's not like this is a normal Duke team that we've seen out here. You know what I mean?
Now, see that's the one thing. If we're talking about uh availability, Duke is not gonna have folks available. So if I was to challenge the board here, Michigan and Duke should have a swap
No,
because
heck no. Could Duke beat Michigan? How you gonna have this
but
spot that
but
beat
they,
Michigan?
they're not available. I told you some of the criteria.
I
Let me
understand
look
that,
up the
but
criteria
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
what they release.
I see the criteria, but the thing is, you cannot put the teams beat you head up, even though they got 4 players out or 5 or 10 above them, because the fact is they beat y'all straight up. You know what
And that it wasn't no, it was just a regular beat. It wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
no.
And on top of that, y'all got beat today. Come on, bro. Is that you beat by Purdue team? All you talked about all year is this guy that y'all got the 7-4 or 7-8. All he did was get used today by guys like 9 inches smaller. He used them. Is that all game? And I don't understand. They teach you this in basketball when you're a kid. Stay on your feet. He kept jumping in the air. You're 7-4. You just put your hands up, bro. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Is that he was out there doing hopscotch.
So so we don't. So who's our dog? You named a lot of dogs, but you
Oh
got to
man,
pick a dog.
this is tough. I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Tennessee is our dog.
Yeah, I'm hoping Tennessee meets Michigan. We've been hoping for this matchup for like 40 years now. Still hasn't happened.
We've already beat the brakes off of them last year.
No, Michigan hasn't played Tennessee in the tournament.
We played Michigan. We played Tennessee. Let me look it up. Michigan.
That's Tennessee the last time. I do not remember them playing in the tournament anytime since I've been alive anyway. You know what I'm saying? Not since '83. You know what I'm saying?
I could have sworn we played last year. Okay, they did play March 22. They played in
Okay.
22. It was the round of 32 in Indianapolis, which is that's where the Final Four is at this year.
Yeah.
And they beat the brakes off of them 76-68 Michigan.
It's not beating the brakes off. I
So
mean,
y'all really
it,
don't want to y'all really don't want that smoke, bro.
it's not beating the brakes. They didn't have to turn the rotors. Now, I will tell you this: this TSU matchup, right, with Iowa State. Uh,
Uh-huh.
come on, man. TSU up the road from us here, and Iowa State played David Lipscomb last year, which is a team I got a lot of connections with, also from Nashville. TSU probably won't win this game, but I just want to say I'm really cheering and hope they pull the upset here. Because, come on, man. You got to pull for the underdog somewhere. This is the underdog that Tennessee's pulling for right now. Go TSU Tigers.
So why did you take Tennessee State as your dog versus Tennessee?
No, I took Tennessee as my dog. I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
I
why
hope.
did you you're just singing the praises of Tennessee State, but you
No,
won't take them as a dog.
I didn't say anything good about TSU. I just said I hope they win. You see? Now, hoping somebody wins, not singing the praise. Singing the praise is like, they're gonna go there, kick their butt, and they're gonna, storm the court and all that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I hope, and hope is a part of, just having faith that This could be a David Goliath moment in this tournament. They're
Okay.
25-point underdogs. Good gracious.
All right. So we got our dog. So we need to pick who do you got coming out of the Midwest?
I'll stay with Michigan if I was a bad man.
Okay. Now Michigan, even though they have a tough road, you still feel like they can make it all the way through.
Yeah, I'm going to make it always through.
So then that puts our final four would be Michigan, Arkansas, Duke, and Florida.
Yep. And I like Duke and Arkansas
Duke and Arkansas for the
for,
chip,
for the Natty.
for the natty, and then you got Duke taking it, or you got Arkansas.
You got Arkansas. Kyler Perry. Is that?
Kyler Perry takes
Kyler
it all.
Perry. Yep.
All right, that's good. All right, well, let me go with mine. Mine will be similar, but it won't be too far off. Out of the East, I'm also going with Duke as as coming all the way out. But my dog, which is not really a dog, really. Uh, I like Michigan State.
Okay.
I really like Michigan State. If they could keep their freaking mental game strong, I think they could go a long way. And they could really challenge Duke. And I think if they can meet Duke, the absences and the injuries that Duke has will shift the course of them making it all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll take Michigan State as my dog. For the West, uh I'm gonna take Arizona to come out, but if I was to pick a dog, I will pick Miami. And the only reason I'll pick Miami is because you can't really consider Duke an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
So Miami, and then in the South region, I will. I do not like Florida at all. Uh, I'm taking Houston to come out, and then as my dog, I like Vanderbilt as well.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, as my dog.
Okay.
And then finally, we got Michigan. Oh, we got the Midwest. I'm gonna ride with the home team. I'm riding with Michigan as coming out. The dog, I would definitely have to take. Uh, Probably Virginia. They're not really a dog in this, but as we stated before, they're so stacked up on this side of town. It's really hard to pick a dog. But I'm gonna take Virginia as a dog. So that means it's Michigan, Arizona. We lost hat. So with Michigan, Arizona, Duke, and Houston, and then I'm going with, if it was me, I'm going with the rematch for the chip, Duke versus Michigan for the chip. Now, what a great game that will be, because they're wounded. And what better way to take them down? They don't have the help they need but they got just enough to get them over the hump, but it won't be enough to solidify. So if you're watching out there and you're on Facebook, drop in the comments. What do you think? If you were to pick uh, a top runner coming out of these conferences, and I'm gonna pop it up for you, just in case you haven't seen it. If you had a top pick for these conferences, who would it be? Right? And then the second question is, who would be your underdog or your dog that just might squeak out of there? Or just make the tournament just a little spicy. Who will bust your bracket? Because I tell you like this, if you go with all high seeded teams, I'll go on record right now, your bracket will be busted. Your bracket will bust immediately if you go with all high seeded teams. It's just not going to happen, right? There's too many good teams that just didn't get the right amount of seeding versus the other ones who just won in conferences and had a great season. But the higher seed if you're picking a bracket, this what you do. Here's what you do. If you're making a bracket, cool. Make a bracket, name it high seeds, pick all the high seeds, and just go from there. It'll bring you all the way down to the 4 seeds: Michigan, Arizona, Duke, and Florida. And the Greek is back.
Yes, I'm down to about 4% here. So yeah, the
All right.
worst.
Well, let's get your final thoughts. I was just telling the people, if you pick if you're making a bracket and you make a bracket just full of your top seeds, your bracket will be busted.
Yeah, I mean now I think it was a year or two ago. All four top seeds actually made it to the Final Four.
What year was that? That was last year? That wasn't
Yeah.
last year.
Wait a minute. Last year was Florida, Houston. Yeah, it was last year. Duke. All four top heavy hitters all made it to the Final Four.
Yeah, but the road to get there was still some busted up brackets for sure.
Yeah, sure. But the top four made it. It's not the top. So
Okay.
they got it right last year. The top four seeds all made it. And
So, but you're not anticipating that happening this year.
no, I expect Arkansas to make it pretty far this year.
So Arkansas will be the only change in your bracket
Uh, mm,
because I'm
yeah.
just not a fan of Florida making it all the way to the end. The
Well,
good thing about
this
Florida, let me tell you the good thing about Florida. They came out hot and won about 10 games straight. And then they went on some kind of, they lost like 2 straight. And then they lost all media coverage and nobody was following them anymore. Then everybody got hot on Michigan and hot on Arizona and hot on Duke, and all the attention left the building for Florida, so we didn't get much of coverage. But now they're
yeah.
back, and they're back at the same point they was in last year, and they're also the defending champs. So
Yeah, they'll be there because again, the road's not that hard where they sit right now, and they got the experience, they got the pedigree. They did win last year, so they'll be
yeah,
back getting there. But I know I didn't pick Houston to get there, but that's another team just to kind of keep an eye on because they also got an NBA point guard in Fleming. Fleming, he's supposed to be a
Fleming, yep,
top 5 projected player. So those teams with those good point guards like Acuff with Arkansas and
yep.
Fleming, those teams right there. When you got an NBA point guard running the show, those teams are extremely hard to beat in close games because they got the advantage.
All right. Well, look. we are
Oh,
looking at
what,
pulling up
what,
tomorrow and
what,
reviewing
one more thing.
other
One more thing. I
oh,
do
go
want to
ahead.
say, Patterson, the guy for Kansas, the one that everybody's crapping on right now because he doesn't want to play. Well, if he decides to play in the tournament, this also could change some things up too. He is projected to go number one. They say he's the best scorer they've seen since the late Black Mamba Kobe Bryant. Just saying.
And they will be coming out of they're in the south. Where
The
they at?
South. I think they're in the South.
Uh,
My screen went down because of the power outages here in Tennessee.
where? Oh, Kansas. They're in the east.
Yeah.
So if they go far, they got to meet Duke.
Yeah. But again, I know we all give these praises to Boozer, but this guy again is projected to go higher than Boozer in the draft, which means they think he's a little bit better than Boozer. You know what I'm saying? So,
And you
yeah.
know what? Shout out to Duke because they did something very unique the other day. Because they went down in their bench a little bit. The other Boozer actually had to play some considerable minutes, and he did really well. So shout out
Uh,
to them.
he's also garbage too. He had a decent game. I mean, there's a reason that you're on the bench, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't put great players and
Yeah,
good players on the
because
bench.
there was people in ahead of him who got injured.
Yes, but I'm saying if he was all there and
That
barely
don't mean
chipped,
you're garbage. That just means there's
he, he
somebody
he's
better than you.
he's garbage. He's played in pretty much every game this year for Duke. Nobody said anything about this guy. The other night he gets 8 points. Now he's Bobby
He
Cousy.
actually finished the game with 17 points, sir.
Okay, 17 points. He's Bobby Cousy. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This guy is awful, bro. Trust me. He won't be going to the NBA no time soon as a first round
No,
pick.
he's probably gonna play the 4 years.
He's the Stephen Curry. That's what he is. Both
Oh,
brothers can be
he's
good.
Seth Curry.
Yeah, but it's hard to get two brothers to both be good, man. It's really impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but ain't they also twins? And just so happened one of them actually
It's
uh
good and one's not. You know,
one's
this
actually
like
really tall, one is your height.
yeah, 6'5". But Cooper Flag, like his brother, he's not that great. You know, he's got a twin.
Oh yeah, they didn't even make the tournament.
Exactly. So normally the genetic sweepstakes don't hit both kids. You get one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if for those people who do stretch offs, Cameron Boozer is like the $50 ticket, and then the brother's like a $1 jumbo stretch off. You don't really get much.
Wow.
So there you go.
All right, so tomorrow we have tomorrow we got a short show because we only have the first four tomorrow and Tuesday, and then the real tournament kicks off on Wednesday. So we
Thursday.
Thursday. My bad. The real kicks off Thursday. So uh we'll pop in and see how y'all brackets doing. Make sure y'all like the show, follow us so you can get all the updates. And we're gonna see y'all on the next one. Do you got any closing words to greet?
Yeah, so Bitcoin is at just hit over $74,000 right now, which is
All right.
pretty incredible. So for you guys that are thinking about taking some action this week on the game, I would catch out little Bitcoins. And here's a lock for you: North Carolina is going to kill VCU. It's only a 2 point spread. Put the dog on it.
Ooh, you heard it here first. James the Greek has spoken. I'm Jax Wild. He's James the Greek. We gonna catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Peace. Oh, let me take this out.